As someone who grew up being nearly addicted to Little Big Planet 2, I've always had this draw to sandbox and creative games. Being able to either destroy everything and anything near you or build your own worlds and creations to share with others is a type of game that I feel is extremely valuable. Now, I'm pulling the loose definition card of these games, as some of these may only have elements of a sandbox game, but I promise that all of these on this list are games that are worth trying out and worth sticking around to hear about. Also, this video is a second part to a video we made last year, so if you want to check out that video, I'll link it down in the description and at the end of the video. With that being said, my name is Caleb from Cubo Gaming, and here are our best free sandbox games that you can get right now on Steam. I know I wanted to start out this list with Ethereal Estate, due to its true to sandbox form in that your job is to cause and create as much chaos and destruction as possible. The game places you as a ghost in a manor, and your single objective is to do as much damage as you can. You will have a list of objectives, but you aren't held to do them. You can also play this game co-op, either local play or online remote Steam play. Unfortunately, it isn't online multiplayer aside from the Steam remote play. A lot of the appeal is the destruction, of course, but the ragdoll physics in the game is a lot of fun to mess around with too. There are some NPCs in the game that you can terrorize too, and actually you can even kill them in basically endless ways, whether that be by fire or electricity or even throwing them out a window. It's actually a lot of fun. Honestly, the game won't give you hours and hours of gameplay, but it'll keep you entertained, especially if you have a friend to play with. Yet another fire and destruction based sandbox game, Kill It With Fire Heatwave, is a free chapter from the full Kill It With Fire game that allows for a surprising amount of content for being free. So, as you can tell from the gameplay, this game's entire goal is to kill the spiders around the map with a ridiculous arsenal of weapons. It's actually a hilarious game because you'll realize when playing that you're running around trying to kill these tiny spiders with an M4 or revolver or even TNT. It's honestly an awesome game. You can even use throwing stars and or basically everything and anything you can possibly use to kill the spiders. I guess that's really all I can say about the game. It is just a chapter from the full game, but I think it has enough fun to last you a little while. It's also only single player, but if you're a person who likes sandbox games centered around destruction, then I highly recommend Kill It With Fire. Quick little plug here. If you're enjoying the content and you like the kind of videos that our channel puts out, subscribing to the channel is huge for us. It helps us continue to do what we love and keep on making videos to help others. Anyway, on with the rest of the video. Although Particubes is an extremely early open alpha state, the game offers a lot and has some serious potential for the future of the game. Now, I do want to say that this game may be catered for people that are more interested in the coding part of sandbox games. I know that doesn't really come up much, but this game has extreme potential, and you can enjoy some of the other modes online, but a lot of it is for generally people that are into coding and into the more intricate things of creating games. Now, this is a voxel-based sandbox game where you and your friends can create, code, and make creations and worlds to interact with and in. Now, right now the community isn't massive, but you can browse some of the minigames that people have made, and if that doesn't interest you, then you can jump into a world and start coding and creating your own minigames to publish to the community. Now, I mentioned before that you can play this with friends, but it's just not in the game at this time. As of right now, they did need to turn it off in order to refine it, but depending on when you watch this video, it could be added back in. Regardless, this game really appeals to either people that enjoy to play minigames that other people have made, or people that are into coding and kind of want to mess around with a fun little engine. Whether you just want to play minigames from other people or make your own, you have those options. Now, it has its issues, and as I mentioned before, this is very early open alpha, so it is in its early states as of recording this video, but Particubes is something you should try and at the very least keep an eye out for when features are added. MakerKing is actually, from what I can gather on the Steam page, a fairly recent release, only having released in the late summer of 2021. The game is more of a level building sandbox type, but it has a lot of promise, and from what I can see with the developer blogs, the two-man team behind it are really passionate about the game. The game has a lot of focus on creating your own levels, and from what I had messed around with, the level designing engine was really easy to use and decently comprehensive for, what it is. You can create portals, movement routes for objects, and even animals and creatures. You can also play levels that other people have made in the community, either by yourself or with friends. Some other details are the game has a leaderboard support, racing and mob modes, and a whole lot more. I actually prefer these type of games when it comes to Sandbox because it does remind me of the old Little Big Planet 2 days where I would just spend hours creating levels and experiences for me and the community to play. Now, whether you are into creating levels or maybe you just want to play with your friends and experience what the community is making, I really think MakerKing is worth a try. SuchArt creative space may be for a specific type of sandbox player, but if you enjoy these type of games, then I think you can easily get unlimited hours in this game. Creative space is, well, exactly as the title describes, a game that allows you to have your own creative space to paint, create, and design all types of things. You have this little sandbox area where you can use all the tools they give you at your disposal and create things. You can also decorate your studio to look however you want, and also sell your creations and art on the marketplace to earn credits, which can then be used to buy items from the in-game store. The store allows you to buy tools, furniture, new paintings from other creators, and a bunch more. The physics or painting physics or whatever you want to call it in the game are actually extremely impressive. The way you can adjust your painting style or the pressure of the painting and do all the things that you can honestly was extremely surprising to me. You get a whole comprehensive color palette and different canvas sizes and even a paint minigun. I really like the concept of this one, and if you consider yourself a creative person, then you can easily spend some serious time in this game. Alright, well that's going to be it for this video. I hope I was able to bring some sandbox games to your attention, and if you haven't seen part 1 of the best free sandbox games on Steam, I'll link it in the description for you to watch. Also, let me know of some sandbox games that you enjoy and that I may have missed. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.